everyone. I'm Brigitte and welcome to Brigitte's She Shed. Well, it's been about 3 weeks since I last posted a vlog or podcast, and I would just like to say welcome to all of our new viewers and welcome to returning viewers. Thank you so very much. Welcome to, not welcome, but thank you to all of you who have subscribed and have been liking the channel. I've been reading your comments and they have just made my heart smile. I'm so sorry that I've been away for about 3 weeks. Unfortunately, I've been a little ill, non-COVID related, but I'm back on the mend. So now I decided it's time to get back into the swing of things. So I hope you all have been having a wonderful summer. It's been really hot. I mean, like, that's like the understatement. It's just been crazy hot everywhere. Of course, I'm coming to you from the United States, from southeastern Arizona. So yes, it gets warm here, but this has just been really, really, off the charts type of warm, where I just don't want to do anything. And it's kind of affected my knitting because even though I'm indoors and I'm knitting with the air conditioning on, my hands still start to sweat, with the yarn. So I don't know what's happening, but I do have my knitting to keep me going. And so I'm so happy about that. So this is my little corner of the world where I get to share my love of knitting, crocheting. Eventually I may show some sewing that I like to do, and just different craft things, anything involving thread and fiber I love. All right, so since I last left you, and it's kind of hard to go back and pick up, but I have a few things to show you. I have one finished object, a partially finished object, a whip, and something new on my needles, almost, and some sips, which is, my favorite part, which, if you're new to the channel, sips are, stuff I've purchased. And I didn't purchase too much during the time that I've been sick, but stuff was coming in that I had purchased. So that P.O. box was like full. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. So you grab you something, beverage of your choice. I have water in my Grocery Girls mug here. I will be sipping a lot because one of the things, I'm just so dry, and from the weather, I'm just so, my throat and stuff is just so dry. So let's get started. First things first, my first finished object is my baby Vertebrae cardigan for my great grandbaby. Isn't it adorable? It was so hard for me to try to show it to you because it's so tiny to try to hold it up. But look at the little sleeves. Look at that. So he's due at the end of December, early part of January. This is a 0 to 3 months. So I thought, it'll be cold enough for him to get right into it. And this yarn is, what is this yarn? Oh, this is Malabrigo sock. And it's the Impressionist Sky Superwash Merino. So all she'll have to do is just, she can wash it in the machine on gentle and just, lay it out to dry. But I had made that announcement that I was going to be a GN, a great Nana, and that I was making this. Here's the, remind you guys, this is the pattern, and it's by Kelly NieKerK, and it goes from 0 up to like 2 years. So I'll be making this pattern again. I don't know, I think I made it in like 2 days, but it is just so adorable. So now I'm looking for a hat, and I wanted some little pants that will just, you know, just slide on with no elastic in it, but some little pants or little like rompers to slide on to go over the diaper, and a snug little hat. So that's what pattern. So if you have any suggestions for that, please put it in the comments and let me know, or send me a link so I can check it out. But this is the baby vertebrae. So that's my finished object. My partially finished object was actually a test knit. A test knit that I was working on for Michaeli at Breaking Yarn. And this was a new sock pattern that she came out with, and it's called the Saul Goodman sock. And she actually came out with, she's a fantastic yarn dyer, breaking yarn, and her yarn dyes are based off of the show Breaking Bad, and Saul Goodman was a character in Breaking Bad. And she actually came out with a yarn base called, a colorway, I'm sorry, called Saul Goodman. And then she created a sock, and she did a call for test knitters. And this is probably my 3rd test knit that I've done for her. She has excellent patterns. They're written just fantastic. So this is, let me turn it this way. This is the Saul Goodman sock. And check out this heel. I've never done this type of heel before. This is the linen stitch heel. Now, some of y'all may be, if you're familiar with that, let me know, and let me know how you liked it. I normally do a short row heel. I like the Shadow Wrap heel by Denise with Earth Tones Girl. But my husband likes a heel flap and gusset. Fits him so much better. So when I do socks for him, that's what I do. But this sock is for my husband. And this is this linen stitch heel. Now, Michaeli put in a video tutorial in her pattern to help you with it. But it's just beautiful. Very easy to memorize pattern. And did my standard round toe. This yarn, the colorway is called Crime Scene. So I thought that's kind of fitting, Breaking Bad crime scene. And this yarn I've had in my stash. I think I got last year, maybe around Halloween time. And it was from To the Max Yarn Company, which is now rebranded, and they're now Frankie Gray Fiber out of Canada. And Jody with the Grocery Girls is the dyer. So it came with this gray mini and this. So this is my partial FO for the test knit. I was late getting in on the test knit as far as turning in, making the deadline, because I was sick. But I will be starting its mate. Okay. My next partial FO, I showed you guys this a few episodes ago, right when Summer Sock Camp started. And this was my Mermaid Avenue sock. This way. And so I finished the one sock. And this sock pattern is by Summer Lee, and the yarn is by Yarnable. It came out of my Yarnable subscription box. I believe it was the May box. No, it was before May. April box. Yes, I think it was the April 22 box. It was called Mermazing. And the contrasting toe and heel, I dyed, and I actually posted a video of me dyeing to try to get a nice color. But I love this pattern. And you can see the scales that looks like a mermaid scales. And this yarn is just beautiful. So because I've been off my knitting mojo, I haven't done much knitting for summer sock camp, but that's okay. It runs until August. I don't do it for any prizes or anything. I just like doing it to be a part of something, being a part of the community. Also, some sock week with Knitty Natty of Love and Stitches podcast. That just ended this past Sunday. Oh, by the way, because today is Thursday. I didn't say that. Today is Thursday, July 21st. And I wasn't able to participate. I've done it the past couple of years. I'm even wearing my Sock Week shirt, and I wasn't able to participate this year in Sock Week, but that's okay. Every week is Sock Week, so challenge yourself every week to knit a sock in a week. But I do have a whip that I started this week, and this will be for summer sock camp, and this one's for the hubs, and this is String of Lights is the pattern, and it's by Sock Witchery. And I don't have a picture of it, but I will make sure that I put all the links to everything that I discussed. I do put it in down below. It is a really neat pattern, very easy to follow. I've turned the heel. I should have tried to put it on a blocker. There it goes. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Very easy. It's got a heel flap and gusset. And that little white string, that's my lifeline that I always put in when I start the heel turn in case I mess up. Now the yarn, this is from my Yarnable box. And this is the there it is. There, isn't that pretty? This is the Avocardio from Yarnable, and this was in the, which box was this? This was the May box, the May 22 box. And my husband loves avocados, so I thought that would be perfect to give to him to make him some socks. He's so knit-worthy. And I've paired it with this Cloudborne twist, sock twist. And this is called Fern Heather. That's very pretty. Now what I did was, rather than doing the standard rib cuff, I do a folded cuff, and I found this as a recipe. It's called a peekaboo cuff recipe from Stephanie with Edible Thought Makes, and she has a little tutorial that shows you how to do this. And what she does is she just does the folded cuff, but just shows just a little bit of the contrasting color. The hubs likes more boo than more peak than boo. So so that's why it's a little bit longer, but you can customize and do it however you want. And then you go into the pattern. And so I will put this green for the toe as well. So this has just been a couple of days of knitting. I'm trying to get back into it. So that is my whip. Now, so how have you guys been doing? Tell me, what have you been making? Tell me if you've been on vacation or going on a vacation. What have you been doing? Did you take your knitting with you or your crocheting with you or cross stitch? What have you been doing? I need a sip. What do you like to work on when it's 102 at 10 o'clock in the morning? Okay. So here's a project that I debated on whether or not if I was going to show it to you or not. So I decided I'm going to show it to you. So I swatched yesterday and blocked it. So now I'm going to cast it on. So it's not cast on. But I decided to do, and I showed it to you. It's living in my beautiful 3 by the Sea bag. I just love these flamingos with their sunglasses on and their umbrellas. So it's living in my bag, and it's a tee, and it is the, and I showed this to you for some dream knitting, I believe, and it is the Wura tee. And I swatched and here is my swatch. Okay. This is Lion Brand 100% Pima cotton. I've never used their 100% Pima cotton before. I love this color. It's called Cabaret. And this is with the size 7 needle. That's what the pattern calls for. And I didn't get gauge, which I rarely get gauge because I'm a loose knitter. So the pattern called for 19 stitches for 4 inches. And I got 16 stitches. So I'm a loose knitter. So what I'm going to do is I have a choice to go down a needle size to size 6 or go down a pattern size. So I'm going to go down a pattern size and see how that comes out. And I'm hoping that my strategy will work because of the fact that this is cotton. Cotton sometimes grows. Like I said, I did block this. I did the swatching around. That's why you have these little pieces here. And I think that's going to work to give me what I want, because I really like the fabric that it made with the size 7 needle. I don't want to go down to a 6. So I'm going to cast this on tonight. And hopefully by the next time I podcast, I'll have something really interesting to show you. Okay? And this is the This is the yarn. That's pretty. I love this color. Nice and festive. And it matches my bag, of course. All right. Okay. So that's all I have in terms of things that's actually been on the needles or now off the needle. So let's get to the favorite part, sips. All right. So first thing I want to show you is the Woolly Thistle have their sock bag. And I guess this is something that they do annually. I'm new to the Woolly Thistle. And so I grabbed one of their sock bags. They're having a sock along thing called the Sock Sprint. I don't know much about it, but so if you can go to you want to go to their website, I have it all posted down there and you can check it out. But in this bag, you received lots of yarn and pattern suggestions for socks. Now, the reason why I got this is because some of the yarns all of the yarns here I've never used. I've heard of, a couple of them I hadn't heard of, but some of them I have, and I hadn't had a chance to use them. But so I thought this would be really kind of neat to get this. And one of the pattern suggestions on here, I was surprised, was a pattern that I actually showcased in my dream knitting, I believe last episode, from Denise with Earth Tone Girls, her One More Step. That's one of the pattern suggestions that they have in here for one of the socks, one of the yarns. So you got from Ramagarn these 3 skeins here, and this is very it's rough, but it's soft at the same time. So I'm sure when it washes up, it's going to bloom. And those pretty colors. So I'm looking forward to that. This is, let's see. Oh, it didn't tell me what it is. I don't know what it's made out of, but I think it's all wool. I believe it's all wool. So I got that. This is called Mondim. And this is 100% Portuguese wool. Isn't that pretty? And again, it's I don't want to say rough. That's not the word. It's solid. It's stiff. This will make good durable socks. And these are all, I call them international socks because they're not from the United States. So this is cool. Then I have, which, it's trying something different. This is, oh, this one is from the United States. I'm sorry. This one's from Maine, from Jogger Spun. Isn't that pretty? And this is superwash. This one's superwash wool. 100%. But there's no nylon in any of these. And then these two are from Daughter of a Shepherd. And this is like, I guess, a new launch, a new company launch. And it is 90% British wool, 10% nylon. I believe this is the only one that has nylon in it. And it's sourced, scoured, and spun in the UK. I can't wait to get this on the needles. So it's very, I guess what we call rustic. Kind of reminds me of that, what is it? Briggs and Little. Kind of reminds me of that. But it's not scratchy, but it's toothy. I guess that's the word. And then, let's see, you got some stickers. I'll show you those in a minute. And you got this cute little darning set. And you got a couple of stickers. So I don't know if they still have the sock bag. And they had different colors of yarn, and they just randomly select, but these are the colors that I received. They randomly pick them for you, and I love every single one. So no complaints there. And this lovely little bag, sock bag. Woolly Thistle sock bag 2022. Check it out. All right. Next up is my favorite bag maker and progress and stitch marker maker. Three by the Sea. Had a beautiful, beautiful new bag launch, which I had to get, of course. We won't go there. If you've watched podcasts before, you know how they enable me. But Three by the Sea, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And it has pockets. I think this is a medium-sized bag. It's a couple of pockets. Just beautiful. I love the fabric. Box bottom. But in addition, they launched a new yarn division. And so I had to purchase their anniversary sock set to celebrate their new yarn. And this is their She Sells Seashells collection. And isn't that just gorgeous? And this is a sock set. Oh, I cannot wait to get this on my needles. Look at this coral-like color. And in this bag. How awesome is that? Just beautiful. So, that's one of my sips. Okay. Another sip that I have, Grocery Girls, Tracy and Jody from out of Canada was having a shop update sale. And one of the dyers, when I first started buying yarn, and my first indie dyer yarn that I ever bought yarn from was from Robin with Rose Hills, and Grocery Girls was carrying her yarn on their website, and so I just love the name of this particular yarn, and this is called Tropic Like It's Hot, instead of, you know, Drop It Like It's Hot. So this is Rose Hill yarn. Robin is a fantastic Canadian dyer. Look at that. Look at this sock set. So I got this. I just had to have this. Okay. And they also was running a special on minis, which I haven't been a big mini person, but once I started getting the minis for the row one, and then I've noticed too that sometimes when I'm making socks, I need, you know, some contrasting colors. And then I've been toying with the idea of doing scrappy socks. And so, well, I don't want to use a whole 437 skeins to just do, you know, a couple of rounds here, a couple of rounds there. So anyway, the Creative Knitter made this beautiful palette up of minis for Grocery Girls. And of course, it's got my colors in it, purple. So I was sold. But I thought, okay, here's a good range for me to work with. And so I got that. Now the last item I purchased is part of a sock club, and it is the Moonglow along with Twin Stitches Designs. I joined the Summer Sock Club, and this was for June, I believe. And this is the Watermelon Sugar Minis and Moonglow, Whitney with Moonglow Yarn Company. Isn't that beautiful? Looks just like watermelon. This would be the seeds and the rind as you go down through the colors of the watermelon. And you pair that with, if you join the sock club, there's 3 or 4 patterns that comes out for the summer. And then Twin Stitches Designs has the pattern. And there's the pattern. See the watermelon seeds? There's. So check it out. It's the Summer Hello Summer Sock Club. And you can sign up for it on Ravelry, or you can check out Moonglow or Twin Stitches Designs for more information. All right. Okay. So like I said, I did miss Sock Week, and I ran across about a couple of days ago. I was watching some podcasts, and one of the podcasts that I watch is the Yarnia podcast, Chronicles of Yarnia, and I found out that they were doing a summer sock, like knit along, and theirs is called Yarnia Sock Bingo 2022. You gotta go check this out. Go to their website. I'll have the link down there. And it runs from, so you're not too late, it runs from May 30th to September 5th. and you can double dip, triple dip socks that you made, that you're making for summer sock camp, socks that you did for sock week. All of those can qualify, and they have all the rules and everything there, and your little bingo card for you to play and submit in, and they've got prizes and different things for you. Check them out at shopyarnia.com. Again, I'll have the link below. But I thought, oh wow, this is quite a little hoot, so I might participate, you know, in this. So give that a try. All right. Well, we're coming up almost to the end here. I have just one more thing to share, and that's some dream knitting. This pattern was just released this past week. It's a tea. It's the honeybee tea. That is pretty. Reminds me of a ranunculus. And this is by Haas of This Bird Knits Designs. I love that. And it goes, it's size inclusive from a size 50, no, finished measurements, 50 to a 71. And it's because it's meant to be worn with a 10 to 20 inch positive ease. So if you are, you know, like a 34 inch bust and you got 10 inches, 10 to 20, that's like 54. So it's very, 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 very generous and size inclusive. Which, as like I said, reminds me of a ranunculus. And you're using a size 9. And this is light fingering weight yarn. So I guess that's somewhere between like a fingering and a sport weight, maybe? I don't know. But with that big a needle, it should knit up really fast. So I'm going to be going through my stash, because even at a, let's just say at a 71, which is really huge, it's like 800 yards. That's not bad. So anyway, the honeybee tea. Check it out. Right? Okay. Well, that's all I have today for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And again, if you're new here to the channel, thank you for spending time with me. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning. Again, I apologize for the delay. I'm back on the mend. Hopefully, my plan is to have more episodes coming out sooner. But again, be careful out there with this heat. There's a video that's gone viral of a UPS driver here in Arizona that literally passed out at the door while he was delivering, you know, packages. This heat is no joke. Please stay safe. Make sure you're getting plenty of water. Check on your neighbors, especially your elderly neighbors and relatives, and stay hydrated as much as you can. It will creep up on you very, very quickly before you even know it. And again, just enjoy life, you know, to its fullest, and make sure you're having the best life that you can have. I enjoy spending this time with you. Thank you all so much. If you like the content in this video, please check out the other videos, like and subscribe. Thank you all, and be blessed.